Both types of sports with shoot and tour. Football discussion on the internet.
Oh, yeah. That's tough. Oh, hello there, friend. Hit that like button, you cowards. Hit that like button. Both sides of sports. It is the vintage television commercial spectacular. I just got a notification on my phone that I'm live. And my wristwatch. Chat's dead as hell. Hell yeah. We're going to make it happen anyway. First one of these we've ever attempted. All right, if you're watching live on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. Hit subscribe. If you're watching live on X, come on over to YouTube. Hit subscribe. And if you're here on YouTube, you're already halfway there. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Who's in charge of likes tonight? Jorge Gonzalez, you're in charge of likes. Give it to me. You get 100 likes tonight or we never do this again. 100 likes or it's your ass. Jorge Gonzalez. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have your accept gifted notifications. Not gifted notifications. Gifted memberships. We're going to get some gifted memberships tonight. There's 62 of you in here. Somebody's giving up that ass. I want gifted memberships in here tonight. What the fuck is this? Hopefully it's not an acid pack. Stand up and smash that like button. Look, I'm like Nelly in here. You want to hear the theme music again? Who here wants to hear the theme music again? I thought DJ Grimy was supposed to get me some beats for both types of sports. Where is it? Dancers are playing the patient right now. Turn this shit off. Go watch them. It's going to be better than this, I tell you that much. All right, welcome in. It is both types of sports. It is the vintage television commercial spectacular. Turn that off. It's driving me fucking insane. I'm your host, Chad Dukes. Thank you for being here one last time. Smash that like button. And I know we got solid dudes tomorrow night if you're a Chad Dukes Show listener. I imagine most of you are Chad Dukes Show listeners. So if you're not feeling all that generous tonight, I totally get it. But if you want to throw $2 or $5 super chats up like my buddy Grimy did, we'll get you up on the screen. If you have any questions, comments, or queries, or requests, when you see what I got lined up for you here tonight, I'm going to crowdsource the shit out of episode 2 of this program. Grimy, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. I was literally going to work on a beat for a BTOS theme, but how am I supposed to top that? Well done, buddy. Well, are you referring to our brand new theme song? Oh, it is. I just need a goddamn. I need a key. I need a key of cocaine. Who missed the top rails, allegedly? Did we get struck for chopping rails on YouTube? Did my channel get struck for that? What if we're talking about 80s New York Giants football? What if we're talking about 90s Dallas Cowboys football? How am I not supposed to talk about booger sugar if those topics come up? It doesn't seem like it's possible. All right. Oh, one time. We got so much planned for you here tonight. Smash that like button until we start getting the numbers pumped up. The like button's the only thing that is going to work for us. Grimy, thank you again. Love you too. Long time. 48 likes. Don't even keep me updated, Jorge. Christ. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. Andrew Masters, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. This show will be available for YouTube members at the conclusion. Oh, man. Very, very excited. Very, very excited for everything that has already happened on this particular program. Of course, most of you already know, but both types of sports with shoot and tour, football discussion on the internet. It's already gotten so much bigger.
Both types of sports with shoot and tour, football discussion on the internet.
Not only do we have that now, but we've got this version of the intro now.
Both types of sports with shoot and tour, football discussion on the internet.
We got that, and then we got this.
Both types of sports with shoot and tour, football discussion on the internet.
The soulful stylings of Dan the Drywall Man. You say, with shoot and tour, where's Tor? I didn't even fucking bother inviting him. I love Tor. I'd love for him to be here every episode, but goddamn if I'm going to chase Tor's big ass around New Jersey like he's some chick with big titties and an ass that tastes like French vanilla ice cream, I'm not going to do it. There's my guy, Sam Walker from down in the Outer Banks. How's Debbie doing down there? Sam, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. I am a member of Sam Walker's Patreon. I don't like fucking Patreon. I don't subscribe. I don't even check Patreon except for Sam Walker. I think I have 3 Patreons going. I've got Sam's. I'm a member of Oathman's show on the Patreon for his show. And I'm a member of the Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band. Those are the Patreons of which I will give my Crayola. Is that way to say money? I got so much planned for you here tonight, friendos. So much, but not until you hit that like button. John Rage gifted 5 Chad Duke show memberships already. Thank you, John Rage. Make sure you have accept gifted memberships turned on, and you too might receive one of these blessings from Father John Rage. Very, very good. Can I get your opinion on one of my songs, Sam? You talking to Sam Walker? Gabriel, shoot him a message in your own time, for God's sakes. We're doing a show here. Big stuff going on. Sometimes I'm called big stuff in certain circles, but not for this. Oh, I'm so excited for what's going on with the shit. Look at that. Look at that. Huh? Look at that. It's there for the taking. Moving forward, Sean Salisbury joins this show every Thursday at high noon. Sean Salisbury will be my co-host. Not just my co-host, but listen to this shit. Listen to this shit. By the way, if you haven't followed us on X, it is Both Type Sports. We have tripled our following in the last week. Thank you so much. We still got a lot of climbing to do. Love to get to 500 followers the next couple of weeks. Makes it easier to book guests. And boy, do I got some guests coming on. Let me tell you something. I'm not as canceled as you think I am. I got a lot of people that used to come on Chad Dukes versus the World that don't mind coming on this show. And we're going to have them on this show. We're going to have guests that are way too big for this show in the near future. You watch. And Sean Salisbury is the beginning. For those of you that are unfamiliar, what just a juggernaut of entertaining football conversation he is. I don't even think you got to watch football to appreciate Sean Salisbury. His energy, his passion, no bullshit factor, doesn't care, not politically correct. He's not a pussy. He's the opposite of whatever that is. And he is going to be on this show every Thursday, ripping it. And as soon as I told Tor that Sal's was booked, he's like, I want to be on that show too. And I was like, of course, young man. The more the merrier. Very, very excited. Debbie was a dud, just a typical Thursday. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm very glad to hear that. Larry Taxon's been a member for 1 month. Hail to the shoot. This is the real Thursday Night Football. When you think of it, not very smart that I'm doing a football show while football is finally on television. That isn't very smart, but fuck it. That's what I say. That was my pointer finger, by the way, not my middle finger for context. Many of you may be wondering why is he wearing a Tampa Bay Buccaneers hat? Well, I do have family in Tampa, and I have gone to 2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers games. I saw Mike Allstott run a football into the end zone. I was sitting behind. It was fantastic. I'm going to try to get Mike Allstott on the show. Mike Allstott comes on the show. You're going to see a grown man be a Zell. That's what you're going to see. But I bought this hat right when Fez Whatley passed away. For that postseason run, I think it was the run where the Buccaneers won in the wild card round in Tampa. Who did they get smoked by Tom Brady's last year? Was it Dallas? No, they beat Dallas, wasn't it? I can't remember. But I bought this because of Fez Murray Whatley. May he rest in peace. Jason Mead, member for 1 month. Love you in that way, big shooter. Love you, Jason Mead. Thank you for being here. Spread the word. Hit that like button. We don't get to 150 likes tonight. I don't want to think about what happens to Jorge Gonzalez. I like Jorge Gonzalez. He's one of my bestest listeners. I don't want anything to happen to him. Danny Diaz, $1.99. Thank you, brother. T-Man in the house, eating brown food commercials. I got so many commercials for you here tonight. Danny Diaz, thank you for the $1.99. $1.99 super chats, more than welcome. I love them. Keeps the conversation going, keeps support going. You don't have to be intimidated by those high rollers. I love those high rollers, but
boy, could I go for a nice cold light beer from Miller. So I thought I'd just pop in at my favorite hangout and have one with the guys. While the whole gang drinks light. Oh, sure, there's a lot of other light beers around, but we all agree that light beer from Miller tastes terrific.
Is there anyone better in the history of mankind at being an ambassador to football than this man? Will we ever see anyone associated with the sport, associated with any professional sports, that is 1/10 as charismatic and likable as John Madden? I'll wait. What was the deal back in the 80s with people bursting through the wall? Remember the Schlitz Malt Liquor Bowl? The Schlitz Malt Liquor Bowl was bursting through the wall. The Kool-Aid Man was bursting through the wall. And John Madden, Hall of Famer, or as they call him here, famous ex-football coach, is bursting through the wall. I want a list of people that you think are more charismatic than John Madden surrounding the sport of football. I will fucking wait. There isn't one person on television right now that has a hair off of his scrotum when it comes to charisma, the everymanish. How do you call that? Everyman syndrome. John Madden was a great football coach. John Madden started a video game empire. If there's one person that if they say, buy a beer and drink a beer, who are these people with abs up to their neck in the Michelob Ultra commercials that are fucking running in decathlons and sprinting around their city? Who the fuck what type of a beer drinker can identify to those people? Do you know who we identify with? This fucking guy.
Boy, could I go for a nice cold light beer from Miller. So I thought I'd just pop in at my favorite hangout and have one with the guys.
I would lock all of my family in a gulag for that sweater. I would send every single person that has one chromosome, that has one DNA strand that I share, they'd all be in Gitmo if I could have this sweater. I don't even think I'd wear it. I think I'd fucking smell it every morning. I would just hold it up to my face and smell it, because it would smell like Thanksgiving and buses and turduckens and laces out and the autumn wind is a pirate, and whatever this glorious Antoine Chigurh haircut is.
Boy, could I go for a nice cold light beer from Miller. So I thought I'd just pop in at my favorite hangout and have one with the guys. While the whole gang drinks light. Oh, sure, there's a lot of other light beers around, but we all agree that light beer from Miller tastes terrific. And get this, it's less filling.
John, how many times have I told you, use the door, huh?
I forgot, I'm sorry.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Like I was saying, light beer tastes great. And another thing.
I mean, you can't get happy from that. It's time to end it. It's built around the neck time. And another thing. What the fuck was the deal with less filling? Like, were people just getting completely full up on beer all the time? Corey Reed, are you in here? Corey Reed, help me out. Corey Reed is a reformed fat guy. Corey Reed is now a very skinny person. But like any very skinny person that used to be heavy, Corey Reed fights that shit every day. I'll ask him, because I'm still in the throes of it. When I drink 100 beers, I get hungry. I'm not full. Where did that start? How come that was in the 80s? Light, it's less filling. Like, over what? Well, I guess maybe Guinness? Like, if you're drinking Guinness and you have all that thick foam in your gut, like, I could maybe see that happening. People in the 80s were obsessed with things being less filling. Jason Mead, $4.99 Super Chat. Thank you so much. Thursday night, Solid Dudes. F yeah, Chippa. This is not Solid Dudes, sir. Solid Dudes is me and a bunch of jagaloons sitting around getting blackout. You know what this is. You know what time it is.
Both types of sports with shoot and tour. Football discussion on the internet.
That's what this is. Bursting through the walls is badass. Yeah, Big Jim Slade, I think, was the 70s. Was Kentucky Fried Movie the 70s or the 80s? People steady broke through walls. And like sturdy walls, brick walls. Thank you, Jason Mead. I appreciate that. I got so many amazing commercials to share with you guys tonight. I don't know why. I loathe commercials now. I fucking defy you to try to watch NFL Live on ESPN. You're going to see, you wouldn't know that a heterosexual couple would ever rent a house from Verbo. You would never know it if you watch the commercials during NFL Insider or whatever it's called. It's just dudes wearing papooses with babies shitting themselves. I mean, I have no idea who they think the target audience is for a show about football in August. I'm sure they have female listeners. I'm sure they do. But if you just watch the commercial, first of all, none of them are funny. None of them feature John Madden bursting through a door or a wall. They're just wretched. Everything stinks. This is going to be some old man shit. You're going to get, I never thought I'd get here. I really didn't. Now, I've always kind of been an old soul, and I've always thought young people and their jargon can pound sand. Ever since I was a young person. I remember hearing some kids say not in third grade, and I wanted to fight him. When people started saying the bomb, I wanted to strap one to my chest. You feel me? And it certainly is no different today. Corey Rita, there he is. I spoke his name. Speak the devil's name and he shall appear. $4.99 Super Chat. It was all the coke that had people running through walls in the 80s. Could be. Could be. I think that could be it. Thank you, Corey Rita. What would you like more? John Madden's sweater from that Miller Lite commercial or Mayor Larry Vaughn's jacket from Jaws? Fair question. I got so much good stuff for you here tonight.
You want football cards?
Better eat your Wheaties.
Official NFL Pro Set football cards?
You better eat your Wheaties.
Now in specially marked boxes, get 4 free cards and maybe a trip to the Super Bowl.
You better eat our Wheaties.
That's right.
I'm sorry for the quality of some of these, just because, like, you have to find them on the internet and people were taping them off of, I don't even know. People must go through old VHS tapes of shows and movies they taped off network television and then convert it. It's the only way to work. So a lot of the sound is not the best. But Pro Set football cards, If there's a theme for tonight, it is my love and passion for Pro Set football cards. I fucking love them. They're not worth shit. I decided instead of going with Topps, instead of going with Score, instead of going with Donruss, instead of going with Leaf, instead of going with Upper Deck, I went Pro Set. 3-4 years. Pro Set had the World League of American Football cards. Pro Set had the little game cards inside where you scratch off the little silver football and all that dust went everywhere. I never won shit. They said that you could win tickets to the Super Bowl. I was a Pro Set guy through and through. If you go into Commonwealth Dry Goods, my shop, and you don't see Pro Set cards up there on the shelf, it's an upset. Because I love them. I love the way they look. I thought they looked clean. I thought they looked fresh before I knew what those things mean. Let me turn this down a little bit.
You want football cards? Better.
I think those look fucking great. They changed them over the years, but this is early on.
Eat your Wheaties. Official NFL Pro Set football cards.
Had that card. 100% chance I had that card. I don't remember Pro Set cards being in Wheaties. I do remember getting really shitty sports cards out of boxes of cereal. How did they keep the corners from bending?
Better eat your Wheaties.
Now in specially marked boxes, get 4 free cards and maybe a trip to the Super Bowl.
Better eat our Wheaties. That's right.
Man, Wheaties used to be such a big deal. I don't ever remember buying Wheaties for the sustenance. I really don't. I only bought Wheaties because of who was on the cover. I bought the Michael Jordan Wheaties. I bought the Bulls championship Wheaties. I had probably 3 or 4 Redskins, Super Bowl 26, Super Bowl 22. I remember buying a Wheaties box when the Giants won. I think it was Super Bowl 25. I remember buying a box of Flutie Flakes. Anybody still have a box of Flutie Flakes? Flutie Flakes changed when Doug Flutie was the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills to when he went out to the San Diego Chargers and he made a Flutie Flakes version. I think all Flutie Flakes went to his charity. All of the money that he made from that. Which, again, is approaching Lance Armstrong levels of go ahead and rob a bank, Doug Flutie. You've done enough good for this world where I don't give a fuck what you do with the rest of your life. I don't give a fuck. Lance Armstrong could have injected dopamine into his eyeballs. And I don't care because he sold 1 billion yellow wrist bracelets that no one should care about. And he made $1 billion for cancer. Everyone wants to say he's a bad dude. And then to cut his nut off. Don't care that he cheated at cycling. Nothing that has ever happened on a bicycle, well, unless Pee Wee Herman was in charge, will ever affect me in any way, shape, or form. Jorge Gonzalez, like and share. It don't cost nothing. Stage like advice, brother. How are we doing on those likes? There's only 98 people. It's going to be tough to get to 150. Thank you for the $1.99, my friend. Rhett, $1.99 super chat. Thank you very much. I need to build myself a wall to bust through. If you do it, take video. If you do it, take video. I want to play it here on this show. I want to feature it here. And I want to say Red is a right-thinking American. He built himself a wall just to burst through. And I don't want you to build like an inflatable wall like The Miz did. Remember when The Miz came through at WrestleMania? It was a big inflatable, awesome wall. It was awful. One of the worst WrestleMania entries. And he had the title, too. He had the strap. Thank you, Red. A Maximo, 4951. $4.99 super chat. Thank you, brother. Better childhood memory of a broken wall, John Madden or Kool-Aid Man? John Madden, because I don't drink Kool-Aid no more, and I drink a lot of Miller Lights. And the Kool-Aid Man's still around, and the Kool-Aid Man's become a cliche and a trope. And John Madden, may he rest in peace, is no longer with us. Thank you, brother. Do Wheaties still exist? Yeah. You would be surprised the wretched and ratchet breakfast cereals that are still available for consumption. Cracklin Oat Bran is still available at the grocery store. Kix. Do you remember when they tried to convince us that we like Kix? Were you one of the dumb kids that was eating Kix thinking it was good because the commercials made you think that it's healthy, but kids like it. There's a little sweet something in there. No, there isn't. Now, Berry Kix, there was a Berry Kix in the purple box. I don't know if you're familiar. That one was all right. I was a Raisin Bran kid. I didn't give a shit. And I preferred the Kellogg's because they had sugar all up in them Raisin grooves. You got that Post. The drop-off from Post Raisin Bran, from Kellogg's Raisin Bran, is the same drop-off from Heinz to Hunt's. And I never understood why fucking Special K drugged their goddamn feet so long to get into the we need to put fruit in this wretched wheat cereal. I never did get that. All right, speaking of trading cards, this one's close to the heart. And if you're just tuning in, this is the Both Types of Sports Vintage Television Commercial Spectacular. And we're going through it. And here's what I want. For episode 2, if you guys want to send me commercials or you want to spark my memory, I don't mind you putting me on. You can be Pete put on. If I forgot something, I want to do that because this time I just started bebopping and scatting around the internet and I found these.
Cola Monsters of the Gridiron. The challenger, Chris Weiss. His opponent, Emmett Lone Star Sheriff Smith of the Dallas Cowboys. Chris goes left.
I wouldn't go that way.
The kid fakes right.
You're mine.
He goes up the middle. Touchdown!
Man, burnt by a kid.
Bring home specially marked Coca-Cola products. Collect monster trading cards and play Monsters of the Gridiron. You can win Super Bowl tickets or one of 8 million prizes.
You're next.
I don't know why Emmett Smith dressed up as a cowboy is supposed to be scary. Like, how is he a monster? How is he a monster in that video? Now, here's another thing. I'm hoping that some of you remember that series. I'm hoping that some of you remember the Coca-Cola Monsters of the Gridiron series because I had all those cards. And the one I remember specifically is Joe Jacoby was Frankenstein. I've got some examples of these. You're not going to believe it. All right, this other one I didn't have a chance to download, so we're going to go ahead and we're just going to throw it up on YouTube. So if there's any, if it's not as seamless as some of these other ones popping up, it's because I've got to go to a third-party account, a third-party website. But tell me if you remember all of these.
Coca-Cola presents Monsters of the Gridiron.
The scariest thing about Coca-Cola's Monsters of the Gridiron is time is running out. Since millions have played, there are fewer monster packs available. Grab one and play Monsters of the Gridiron today.
That's not all, folks.
Even if you've already played, keep playing. You can still win Super Bowl tickets and other great prizes. Because with Coca-Cola, you're always in the game. Always Coca-Cola.
So I think all those were actors. Those weren't the real players, but the real players were involved. Not only were they involved, they fucking came up with some outrageous costumes. Imagine going to Tyreek Hill. Imagine going to Jalen Waddle, Justin Jefferson, Christian McCaffrey. Imagine going to these guys and saying, we want you to dress up like this. We want you to dress up like, look at Randall Cunningham. Look at Randall Cunningham. Who is he? He's the Rocket Man. Who's the Rattler? Ronnie Lott is the Rattler. He's dressed up like a snake. Look at these guys on the right. These are professional football players. One of them is dressed up like some sort of a monster bride. If you go and you look through this roster of guys who did Monsters of the Gridiron and what they dressed up as, you would never fucking believe it in your life. Somebody's got to remember these. I can't be the only one that had all these. I had all of these. Hit the like button. I had all of them. And every once in a while, I just go on eBay. And I'm like, can these still be worth anything? What do I mean still be worth anything? They probably started to be worth something. Doesn't even matter. I would love to have the display. The big cartoonish Coca-Cola display. Even if it was Emmett Smith. Even if it was the Cowboy. Pro set were junk quality, but awesome Santa card. I got like 10 Santa cards. I might start giving them away. I might start giving them away on this stream or on Twitter. Of course, as you guys know, we are giving away Colt Brennan autographed rookie cards over there on Both Types Sports on Twitter. We're going to be doing it the 5th of the month of every single month. 107 of you smash the like button or you're dead to me. Thank you, Jeff Schools. Look at this. What? We don't get these types of super chats over here. Holy shit. Largemouth ass. My dude. Hold on. I got something for you, largemouth ass. Let me see if I can find it. $50 super chat. My God. Oh, we're picking up some Twitter followers. You guys are silly geese. All right, here it is. You ready? This is the greatest gift I can give largemouth ass. I know, like, some people might think keys to a Cybertruck or some gold bullion. There's other gifts that maybe he would like more. But we're going to do this one here because we're going to get claimed, by the way. Once I fucking put this up, we're going to get claimed. But that's fine. It's the way that I live my life. I like to live like the young guns, like Emilio Estevez, Kiefer Sutherland, Lou Diamond Phillips, Dermot Mulrooney. Is that the one in Young Guns, or is it Dermot McClurmer? Dermot McClurmer. Here you go, we're at largemouth ass. That $50 super chat heading over. That is the 10XL jersey. That is the 10XL jersey. I have to turn that off. It's driving me insane. Largemouth House, $50 super chat. Thank you so much. Been stuck in the airport since 3 p.m. Oh. Dude, I live in constant fear of this shit. Flight keeps getting delayed. Thanks for keeping me entertained. Hey, my pleasure, bud. Which airport are you in? I got to fly at the end of next week for a funeral up to Indianapolis. I just live in constant fear. All these people getting stuck. Dylan from Tapawingo spent all day in the airport trying to fly to San Antonio. These motherfuckers, that they're not keeping the maintenance on the planes isn't what it needs to be. The customer service is as low as it's ever been. Largemouth ass, may Christ be with you. Oh, God, I hate that so much for you. Tennessee, too, right? You see, you didn't like Gatlinburg, though. I was very surprised to see that. Thank you, brother. Thank you for always being so supportive of the show. Oh, boy, would I be. I would be livid. Livid.
Arm's looking good, Cordell.
Haven't missed one yet.
Can you imagine the bitching from the Yentas if they released this commercial in 2024? I'm not even going to tell you what this is a commercial for yet. I hope some of you can suss it out. I know Largemouth Ass can because he's smart, because he sent over a $50 super chat. Can you imagine if they released a commercial in 2024 where a professional athlete is bullying the band members by hitting them in the head with a football? Never mind that it's hilarious. Never mind that it's funny and it makes me want to buy the product. That don't matter. What happened to Cordell Stewart? Was there a more exciting NFL player in a 2-year period than Cordell Stewart?
Arm's looking good, Cordell.
Haven't missed one yet.
Deadly long-range passing, linebackers without conscience, NFL Blitz. It's a wretched assault on the sense of fair play.
Good.
No refs, no rules, no mercy.
Tell me life was better without telling me life was better. Telling me people weren't the pussies they are now without having to come out and say it. NFL Blitz is your litmus test. What's the best part of NFL Blitz? We all know. Soon as the play's done, you're dropping that leg. You're jumping on top of the players. That sends a bad message. Even the edition they released from Arcade 1-Up, you can't drop the leg on your opponents anymore. Get fucked. It's a video game. Who is that hurting? I got an idea. Take the shield off it. Give me NFL Blitz the way it's supposed to be. Guess what I'm looking at right now in my basement? Blitz 99. The OG. The one where you can beat up your opponents after you've tackled them. Imagine if they released this commercial today. and how many complaints they would get within the first week.
Arm's looking good, Cordell.
Haven't missed one yet.
Now, if they had balls, here's what they'd do. They'd hit this chick right here. Right there. She'd get hit with a football. NFL Blitz. I defy you to tell me a better football game. You can't. And NFL Street is close. I'm not saying I don't love NFL Street. I do. NFL Street is a shitload of fun. You need an arcadey, over-the-top game with actual players and actual teams. That's what you need. Sam Walker, $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. Fender Rhodes, pay me my money. That's why. Well, it's all about money, my friend. But here's what I can tell you. If the NFL had balls, they would release NFL Blitz and say it's for adults. It's not for kids. If you got a problem with it, it has nothing to do with whether or not Pop Warner kids are going to get. Not one Pop Warner kid ever got a concussion because of NFL Blitz. I defy you to find one. It's why you should allow smoking cigarettes in movies. It's why you should allow Cordell Stewart to wing footballs into the side of band members' heads. Yes, you should. And they're all adults, by the way. He wasn't doing it at the high school band. NFL Blitz changed my life. Can't tell you how much of my life I've spent thinking about that game. Buying that game, rebuying that game. All the different various ripoffs. Did you guys play the NFL Blitz for the original? I think it was for the original Xbox. And it was kind of like that. What was that ESPN show where everybody was taking cortisone and taking steroids and the NFL got pissed off? They showed people what football was actually like. It was like a really over-the-top, salacious drama. What was that fucking show called? I don't know. I forget. It wasn't very good. But they made an NFL Blitz that had no NFL affiliation that was like that. And I think it was for the big black OG Xbox, the one that was the size of a chest of drawers. Cannon Hotep, $9.99, showing some love. Salute. Where's the tough acting Tenactin commercials? Oh, that's not technically football related, but it is John Madden related. So you know what, Cannon? I'm going to make a note. I'm making a note right now. I don't have any prepared for this show tonight. Next time, tough actin' Tenactin from my guy, Cannon Hotep. Thank you for the $9.99 super chat. Let me guess, Cannon, you're not offended by NFL Blitz. Oh, it definitely was not Blue Mountain State. God, did Bro Dogs think Blue Mountain State was hilarious. Holy shit. By the way, if anybody can name the game that's going on in the background right now, can any of you name the game that's going on in the background? See, I gotta not present. I gotta stop presenting. If I don't stop presenting, then you can't see the screen. How can you eat your pudding if you don't have any? What game's that? One of my favorite football games of all time. Oh, am I a fucking fan of that game? This is a fantastic commercial, and I bet a lot of you remember it already. It is not from the 80s. It's not even from the 90s. I think it's from the early 2000s. This football is one of the most American things I can possibly think of. Back when we were allowed to love our country. Oh, is this... Budweiser could have avoided so many problems if they just stuck with commercials like this. Is this not the best? Give me a movie of this. Give me four full quarters of these horses playing football. How much? Ask yourself when we're watching this commercial. It's 30 seconds long, whatever it is. How much of this could you watch? If I looped this for just these 30 seconds, if I looped it for 10 minutes, would it make you believe in God again? How great is the way they edited this? Like, there's a fake hoof there, and there's a tiny bit of CGI, I bet. But most of this is just footage of horses and mountains. I want to watch that sequence again. I'm sorry, you're going to have to bear with me. I get emotional about this goddamn commercial. I love horses. I watched a video the other day with some awful part of the world where they're fucking beating a horse. I'm like, all right, let's load up some Apaches. Let's load up some A-10 warthogs. I want to hear that. I want everyone dead. You ever been around a horse? You ever been up close to a horse? It's unbelievable. You can't believe they're real. Big fucking eyes, like an eye like a billiard ball. Look through your soul. I want a fantasy horse football league. I'm starting it.
They always do that? Nah, they usually go for 2.
I mean, I just want to drink myself to death on Budweiser when I see that ad. It's funny. It's epic. It's moving. I just want to buy enough Bud Heavy so that my wife finds a dead body when she comes home after I see that commercial. I couldn't feel any more passionately about the brand. God damn, do I love that commercial. Anybody guess what game? Nobody? It's not 10-yard fight. 10-yard fight. This looks like fucking Madden 2024 compared to 10-yard fight. 10-yard fight did not age well, although played the ever-loving F out of it. Played the F out of it. Cannon, thank you again for the 99 super chat, and Largemouth Ass, thank you again for the $50 super chat. You think that, first of all, I'm not going to bust Alex J. Gow's balls too much, but this motherfucker said Techno Bowl. Alex J. Gow's been listening to me for a long time and supporting my endeavors for a long time, and because of that, I'm going to cut him a break, and I'm not going to leave this. Oh, shit. I'm not going to leave this up there for the rest of the show. I kind of want to leave this up there for the rest of the show, that poor Alex thinks that the name of the game is Techno Bowl, and that he also thinks that this game right is Techno Bowl. First of all, Alex, and I love you, there is no Techno Bowl. I need you to look it up. There's never been football players that you know, when Blade comes through and all the blood starts pouring off the ceiling, and he starts killing all those vampires. That's the Techno Bowl. You're thinking of Tecmo Bowl, and this looks nothing like Tecmo Bowl. Where's the shame hat? Jorge Gonzalez, I need you to get us to 100 likes, and I also need to make a both types of sports shame hat. And then I need you to get Alex J. Gow's information offline, and then I need you to ship him the shame hat. And Alex, I need you to wear it for a full Sunday, a full NFL Sunday. And on the front of the shame hat, I want it to say Techno Bowl. Somebody screen cap this. Screen cap this. The only way you're going to make this right, Alex J. Gow's, I notice you're watching on Facebook. You come over here and you watch on YouTube and you click that like button. That's the only thing that's going to make this okay. Until then, you're admonished. I love how motherfucking Kevin Smith is Googling that game and thinks he can just come in here and say play action football. I love you, Kevin, but you know what you're doing. You're full of shit. It's NES play action football. You are correct, Bill Chesley. And there was a Super NES play action football. I played the shit out of both. And I think in one of these games, you could actually play as college teams against pro teams. I remember winning the Super Bowl with Michigan State. It's rough. Techno Bowl. I need a screen cap of this. We're making it merch. It's going to become a sticker. Next live event we do, I'm going to be giving away Alex J. Gow, both types of sports techno bowl stickers. Speaking of that, look at that. It's all sparkly. Look, it looks like the logo down here. Can I hide it behind the logo? Look. Whoop! It's magic. Whoop! These are free at Commonwealth Dry Goods. Just go ask for one. You got to go down there, though. I ain't sending it to you. Just go ask for one. They're like $1 a piece. I got to pay $1 a piece for those. I'm going to give them to you because I know you're going to get me to 100 likes. And then I know we're going to get to 150 likes. I know it. Poor Alex. This is the shit, though. This is the shit that drives me nuts. Now, Alex is over here on YouTube now, so we're going to let him go. Alex, listen to me. I know you're a younger man than I am, but here's what I don't want you to ever do because I respect you and I love you. Don't ever say it's before my time because The Godfather was completed before I was alive. The Godfather was a movie before I was on this earth. What is good in this world has nothing to do with when you were born. We need to be better than that. We need to acknowledge what happened before us. Just because we're here now doesn't make it more special. But thank you for joining me on YouTube. Now click that fucking like button and send a $1.99 super chat. And we'll call this whole thing even. Even Steven. Blade soundtrack is a great workout listen. How about this, Corey? Let me fix it for you. Blade soundtrack is a great listen. Maybe we need to do a Blade show. Is there a Blade football show available? The opening 10 minutes of Blade is about as good as cinema gets. How many vampires do you think he kills in the opening 10 minutes of Blade? How many? You guys ready to see me get emotional?
Hey, what do you got? Nerf Turbo football. Yeah, what's it do? Go long. Real long.
I have said go long, real long for 45 years. I can't imagine or remember a portion of my life where I didn't say go long, real long. I said it on my radio show. I said it on the podcast. I said it when LeVar and I had a TV show. Nobody ever got it. Not one person. It's from the Nerf Turbo football commercial. This kid.
Hey, what do you got? Nerf Turbo football. Yeah, what's it do? Go long. Real long.
Grab T-shirt thinks that this kid actually threw the football outside of the city limits. Hi-oh! Anybody get that? Anybody get that? This motherfucker's in the desert. This motherfucker's in the desert. Matthew Robert Cahill's like, man, that kid's got an arm. Man, I'm going to get with that kid and try to recapture some of my youth. My dude just ran through The Sound of Music. My dude just ran through The Hills Are Alive with the sound of... Man, he's over in India. He threw that ball all the way to India.
Nice toss.
Nerf Turbo football. You don't throw it, you launch it.
You don't throw it, Bama. You launch it. You don't throw it, you nerd. All right, I'm going to put you guys onto something, okay? And another incredible burden. Like Loki, I have glorious purpose. And people that are 5 to 6 years younger than me, they think the fucking Nerf Turbo football had the screamer inside of it. It didn't. It didn't. It didn't. The screamer football is an abomination, and everyone knows it. And I'm not just talking about the one with the big fin coming off the back. I forget what that thing's called. The Vortex? Is that called the Nerf Vortex? I've played catch with the Nerf Vortex. I'm an American. I'm talking about the Nerf Turbo football that had the 2 plastic stoppers in it, so it was supposed to whistle as it threw. It would hit your knuckles, it would hit your finchers, and it would fuck you all up. That was the original Nerf Turbo football. It's all I ever wanted. All I ever needed is Nerf. I'm going to show you something here. I'm going to put you onto this. They sell these things on eBay, right? Like they sell everything on eBay. And they ain't cheap. I've been watching this one Nerf Turbo football on eBay for what feels like a decade. See that one on the upper left? That's the Nerf Turbo 2. That ain't what we're looking for. This one right here. Now, this isn't in great shape, okay? Because a lot of kids played with these motherfuckers. But this is the one. This is the one that I had with my old man. This is the one where we played. My dad called it mini brute football. Mini brute football. The black and pink one right down there in to the left. That's the one that I've been looking for. But I want a real one. I want it in good shape. It's got to be the Nerf brand. There's too many fucking knockoffs. Look at that 1-3 over to the right with the screamer in it. And look how dirty it is. And look at that Nerf Turbo Junior that they're trying to convince you is what we're talking about. It ain't. It's not what I'm looking for. See that one for $70 right there? I want it in the package. It's tough to find. There, look, that one's in real good shape. Look at that one right there for $149.99. That's in damn good shape. $159.99. If anybody gets me in Secret Santa for the Chad Duke show this year, that's what I fucking want. And I'm going to sleep with it every night. And I ain't going to apologize for it at all. The Nerf Turbo football, maybe the most important invention in the history of my life, in my existence on this planet. I know not for everybody, but for me, that's how I feel. Matt Lawson, $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. On the subject of football video games, the Madden 2000 theme by Ludacris is a banger. I'll have to look it up. I was out of the Madden game by then, I think. I was out of the Madden game by then. No, I was in there. I always bought, what was it, 2004? When 2K4 came out, the Sega 2K. When was the one with Randy Moss on the cover for the Dreamcast? It was only $20. And Madden fucking EA said, we can't stomach this shit. And they bought up all the rights, and it's been completely fucked ever since. Hit the like button. Alex Gow, $5. Done. Love the show, man. All is forgiven. All is forgiven. Drabble leaving Victor the ball out of the stadium is an all-time dumb moment. Yeah. I agree. That's why Drab thought that this fucking kid.
Hey, what do you got?
Here's Drab in the background.
Football. Yeah, what's it do? Go long. Real long.
When we played flag football for the Chad Duke show, I had a Nerf Turbo football. We played with a Nerf Turbo football, a vintage one. This is what it looked like when I threw it. Would you allowed to have guys in turbans at the end of the episode?
Nice toss. Nerf Turbo football. You don't throw it, you launch it.
In 2024, even if those are actually guys from that country, whatever country that is, would you be allowed to have guys in turbans in the commercial? I'm going to say no. If you can believe it. Oh, I love that one so much. I want a Nerf Turbo football so much. I got a Blitz machine. I got a Blitz arcade game. Going to be tough to beat that. Going to be tough for any of you to beat that. Maybe you can. Maybe you've got something that can top a Blitz arcade machine, but I doubt it. Nerf Turbo football, though, comes close. Thank you, Alex Gow. All right, what do we have here? Stop screen. This is going to be something I'm going to get. Problem is, I don't want to spend too much money, but this is those Coke Monsters of the Gridiron football cards I was telling you about. And if you look at the star power behind these things, that is Randall Cunningham. That is Randall Cunningham as Rocket Man. There is a commercial There is a commercial with Randall Cunningham as Rocket Man. There is. You know how I know?
Let's play Coca-Cola Monsters of the Gridiron. The challenger.
That's not it. That's the one with fucking Emmett Smith. I'm going to find that. You know what? I'm writing this down. Tough acting to enact it. I saw it when I was doing my research for this show. It's there. I promise you it's there. All right, we're good. I've got one commercial that you're all going to pop for big. You all remember it. And it's again, a prime example of how cool and fun commercials used to be. And now you can't have it. You have to have dads falling downstairs. You have to have dads unable to put one foot in front of the other. Everybody that watches football is female and a person of color. Like you can't have anything to do with the majority of people that consume your sport. Can't have that in a commercial any longer. Maybe that's good. Maybe that's bad. It just is the way that it is. And football commercials specifically used to be very, very honest about who their main demographic was. And now maybe it's better. Maybe more moms watch, more ladies watch, more people overseas watch. I don't know. Maybe it's better for the sport. I wanted to show you these. These are Pro Set football cards. These came in packs of Pro Set football cards. I've got a bunch of them. I pulled some that I thought were entertaining. This is Cornelius Bennett of your Buffalo Bills. Think About It was the name of the series. It would say, think about it at the top, and then there would be advice. Gang violence equals self-destruction. Kill. Now, that's making a rather complex problem, very simplified, but is it not true? Is it not good advice? Gang violence equals self-destruction. Chill. I love it. I don't want the whole theme to be, could this happen today? But just, I hope it's rattling around in the back of your brain. Think about it. Be the best. NFL players give 100%, and you should too. Be the best. Everybody know who that is? You know who that is. Cannot play with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it. It's Mike Singletary. One of the greatest big-ass round sets of shoulder pads I've ever seen in my life. This sage-like advice we're getting here. Carl Banks of your New York Football Giants that neither play or reside in New York. Think about it. Knowledge is power. Train your brain. Read. Read. What a great idea. And not your phone. Not your phone. Read. Carl Banks is here to tell you. Woo! And there it is. There it is. Howie Long wants you to think about it. Learn the facts and fiction about a modern menace. AIDS kills. AIDS kills. I know you want to collect football cards, young man, but you're going to learn about AIDS right here because Howie Long's here. The star of Firestorm. What other movies was Howie Long in? I believe is he in Swordfish? Whew. Boy, they went from do your homework to AIDS kills pretty quick in these Pro Set football cards, did they not? Yowza. I love it. Smash the like button. I think we're at 100 likes. I wanted to get to $150, but we'll settle for 100 tonight. And it looks like a lot of you went over there to follow this particular show on X. It is both types sports. We do have a lot planned for you on this program. New programs, ingenious programs, things that everybody's going to enjoy, I hope. A lot of shaking of the cane, by the way. A lot of yelling at the sky about the way things used to be. But also fun stuff. Giving away all types of shit. Wait till you see what I have for a giveaway. If you are a John Madden fan, you are going to be so pleased with what I have to give away during the football season this year. Broken Arrow. It is Broken Arrow, Jorge Gonzalez. You're right about that. All right, I got one final commercial for you guys here tonight. And I appreciate you being here. This has been a shitload of fun. Hit the like button. What else could it be? What else, if we're doing a vintage, both types of sports, television commercial show, could be more emblematic of how fun the NFL, television, and commercials used to be?
I love playing two-hand touch, eating way too much, watching my team win.
What else? What else do they love? What else do they love, chat?
I love playing two-hand touch, eating way too much, watching my team win.
What do they love? What do they love? If the NFL or Coors Light acknowledge that attractive women are something that everybody likes right now, the wave of shit, the tsunami, much less two of them that look exactly alike.
With the twins. I love quarterbacks eating dirt, pom-poms and short skirts.
Are we allowed to say we like short skirts?
Fans who won't quit, and those twins. And I love them too. Here's the football.
If fucking Bud Light wanted to get out of that goddamn quagmire they put themselves in a while back, I believe they still haven't recovered. I think Michelob Ultra and Modelo are still above them in the pantheon of Bud beer sales and Los Estados Unidos. All they would have to have done is hire Kid Rock to recreate this commercial. That's all they would have had to fucking do. Think about that. That's free, by the way. Tag Bud Light, tag Kid Rock. Regardless of whether or not you agree, I don't give a shit. What I'm saying is all the money they spent on the UFC, Shane Gillis, all the shit they've tried to do to recover their brand, it was sitting right there for them. Steal this commercial from Coors Light. Steal it from Coors Light.
I love playing two-hand touch, eating way too much, watching my team win.
With the twins.
I love quarterbacks eating dirt, pom-poms and short skirts, fans who won't quit, and those twins. And I love them too. Here's the football.
You'd have had everybody back. You wouldn't have lost anything. Maybe for a week or two. You would have been fine. Joe W., member for 1 month. Rock on. Thank you so much, Joe W. Has your little avatar changed since you've been member for a month? I don't know. It's supposed to. Oh, of course you had to end with the twins when men were men. Hey, we just gotta. It's not even about being men. It's like just acknowledging. It's okay to acknowledge that most people would rather see attractive women on television. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It doesn't mean unattractive women can't be on television or unattractive men or whatever it is, but most people would rather see attractive women, especially if you're going to be a commercial about football where you're trying to appeal to base level knuckle dragging fucking beer drinking assholes like myself. I don't think that's, hey, you found it. Where was it? Let me see. Thank you so much. What does everybody want? What does everybody need? This is the Nerf Turbo football. I would replace the torch on the Statue of Liberty with this. If it were up to me, this would be what Lady Liberty is holding up. This
If I was going to rekindle Al Snow's gimmick, he would no longer have a head. He'd have one of these. Now, you say, Dukes, it looks like you already have a Nerf Turbo football. What's your fucking problem? Why do you keep bitching? Because I want the one that has the pink and the black. I want the Bret Hart version of this. That's the one I played with my old man, with my brother. It's one of the few good memories I have of growing up, is playing mini brute football with the boss man in the front yard with the Nerf Turbo football. And it has the pink and the black attack. That's what I want. This thing, though, she had it hidden away from me. My wife just found it. She must have gone through some sort of bin out in the garage or whatever. I had that when I was on. I carried that thing around the last probably year and a half I was on WJFK with a fan. I carried that football around with me fucking everywhere. Oh, that is a great way to wrap up an hour, isn't it? Oh, yeah. I think we're all caught up with the super chats. Thank you to everybody that super chatted here tonight. Got Grimy and John Rage gifted memberships. Jason Mead, Danny Diaz, Corey Rita, Jeffrey Schools, Maximo, Jorge Gonzalez, Largemouth Ass knocked it out of the park. Henry Hotep, Sam Walker, Matt Lawson, Alex J. Gow. Much appreciated. It's not 10-yard fight. Playmakers was the show. That is correct. Playmakers is the show. What does free mean? I don't know what that means. I'll tell you what's free. These bad boys, if you come into Commonwealth Dry Goods. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, on iTunes and Spotify. Make sure you sign up for the Twitter account. We're going to be doing more giveaways over there. And I think most of you are already privy to the fact that the great Sean Salisbury is joining us moving forward. That ain't it. Is joining us moving forward on Thursdays. Both types of sports with shoot and tour, football discussion on the internet. And that'll be a nooner start time here in the Commonwealth and 11 a.m. Texas time. That'll be great. Nothing changes about the Monday episode. Still doing the Monday episode. That'll be at 1:30. We'll be streaming that here. Streaming that here on the Chad Duke Show station. So if you'd like to come back and grab that, Tor and I will be here this Monday for that as well. And I got some ideas. And if you have any ideas, let me know. I think E-Rock gave me this idea, and I think it's a good one. Or no, it was Oathman. I was talking to Othello, and he does all the online stuff for Luke Thomas, who is a buddy of mine that I'm a big fan of. And he says, look, Luke goes on before big fights. You should go on before big games. It's a good idea. And I said, that is a good idea. You know, if there's going to be a big Thursday night football game or Sunday night football game or Monday night football game, like go on for an hour, chop it up, talk some shit, do kind of a little pregame thing that's a little less formal. I think that's a real good idea, and I like it a lot. So you guys have any response to that, or you have any thoughts of your own as far as directions we can take this? Nothing changes about the Chad Duke Show, of course, but this is going to be its own entity as we focus on something. There's very few things I love my whole life, in professional football. It's one of them. 104 likes, Jorge Gonzalez. That ain't too shabby. All right, next one of these, I want 150 likes. Jorge, you did good tonight. But tonight is only tonight, my friend. Everybody else, you get ready to like your ass off. That's a great idea. Shoot pregame shows. Maybe we'll do it. Oh, maybe I should announce that here. I'm not going to announce it yet. But here's what I will say. The Thursday night season opener. The Thursday night season opener. Keep it open. All right. It's the season opener. Sounds redundant. Keep it open. All right. Not telling you why. I'm not telling you how to live your life. It's just a suggestion. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for listening to both types of sports. Make sure you subscribe on Spotify and on iTunes, and of course here on YouTube. And I'll see you on the next one. I got to think of an out too. If anybody can come up with an out for me to leave that incorporates Nerf Turbo footballs and beating the Cowboys, that'd be great. Both types of